Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I actually wanted to go ahead, since I have a little bit of downtime, go ahead and just do an oil change on the car. It's the first time that I've actually gotten dirty as far as doing something on this car mechanical wise, if you can even count it, because it's just an oil change. But I'm really curious to see, because I've been recommended by a couple people to use Royal Purple. I've never used Royal Purple before in any car that I've owned, and I figured why not try it out. I stopped by earlier and I went ahead and already picked up the oil filter. This is out of the way. Now I'm just gonna go to Walmart because I'm pretty sure they have that Royal Purple stuff right there, and it just makes it a lot more easy. So I'm gonna head over there, pick it up, then we'll get back to the shop and just see what it's about. All right, we pulling up to Wally World up here. I don't know if I'm the only one that's ever heard of that being called Wally World. When you find the parking spot that's literally in front of another RSX. Walmart let me down today, guys. Oof, they didn't have any Royal Purple. They only have like 1 or 2 jugs of the ones that I don't need, but oh well, whatever. I went ahead and called an AutoZone that's kind of nearby, and they said they do have it in stock, so at least that way I know it's not going to be another wasted trip. Pulled up to AutoZone. Now let's hope this guy that talked to me on the phone really does have it, because that would suck if they don't. So AutoZone came in clutch. Got the 5W30. Again, I've never used this stuff before, but I've heard some good things about it. But we'll test it out today and see just if it actually makes any kind of a difference. Pulling into the shop right now. I gotta get this thing on the ramps real quick. So we got the RSX up on the ramps. These things work wonders. I've used them over and over again. If you guys ever want to invest in something just to work under your car and not spend a crazy amount of money, I recommend getting these race ramps. They just come in handy all the time. One of these days I gotta take some time out and actually clean this engine bay. I got everything for it. I just need to go ahead and find the right time for it, because it does take a minute, especially if you're trying to do it the right way. And then eventually get the red valve cover, because I think that would just set this engine bay apart. Okay, so let's get into it. First thing, I always like to lay out everything that I'm going to use. Obviously, this is just to take off the drain plug. Got filter, oil, and gloves. Already went ahead and put the thing to catch the oil right there in a rag, just in case, because I know this thing tend to spill most of the time. Little pro tip that I learned is always make sure you unscrew this before you go ahead and drain it, because it'll just make it come out a lot faster. And of course, whoever worked on this car last decided, you know, we're gonna make it hella annoying for the next person to work on this. So let's see. Ah, there we go. Made myself a little makeshift breaker bar. Finally got it all loosened up. Now, I did not let my car cool down, so this is gonna be some hot oil. So the better we avoid getting it on ourselves, the better. Will we catch it? It's a true question. Put this rag down in case. Okay. Ooh! We caught it. Hell yeah. So this is my first time actually working under the hood of this car, and like the oil filter, I'm gonna grab the light actually real quick. So the oil filter actually goes like right there, and I'm like, man, I wish it was like the other cars. So now I'm like, if I remove that, it's just gonna spill oil everywhere. So I'm gonna leave you guys down here and let's see if we actually catch this. So we did catch most of it. Putting it in through the top is going to be a lot easier. Tried the bottom, it would just not land in its place. Finally got it in there. Kind of annoying, had to stick my hand in through here. And it almost got stuck, but it is what it is. Got that on there. Now comes probably the easiest step, is just pouring the oil and just getting this thing over with. Now, the true question is this stuff actually purple? It looks like it is. Now that that's all taken care of, made sure everything was tight on the bottom, oil filters checked, and of course the drain bolt, everything's good. Let's get this off the ramps, and then I'll go ahead and double check it one more time once it's on the ground, make sure that the oil level is correct, and then we'll be able to take this thing on a rip. Now the main reason that I went with Royal Purple in this for the oil change is typically I would probably went like going with AmSoil, but one, I had to order it, and two, I just figured like might as well try it out. I did get recommended this stuff by more than one RS6 owner, and I figured they've had the car longer than me, so they know what they're doing, especially with, there's so many things. I guess there's like a third gear pop out in these cars, and I've kind of noticed it that if you don't put third gear in all the way, it does tend to pop out, which is kind of annoying. But that's, I mean, other than that, I haven't really run into any other of like the things. I know they say it also burns the oil a lot, so I got to keep an eye out for that, which is actually interesting because when I did pour the old oil back into the Royal Purple bottle, I did notice it had at least like it seemed like more than a quart less of oil than it should have had, or it seemed though, I don't know if it was just because like the old oil isn't always going to be the same as the new one, whatever it may be. It just seemed a lot, like a good amount lower than what it should be at, especially with what I got recommended and all that. But hopefully that's just something that we took care of today with putting on the fresh oil, new filter, everything's taken care of. Okay, so we're pulling up to the spot where I usually like to go to. Now, definitely gonna not do a dig in this car. Don't want to run into any issues with a clutch or anything like that. So I'll just roll into it. I think we'll probably start off with a second gear. Yeah, I think we'll just start with a second gear roll. Just kind of do like a little scoping out. Don't want to run into any issues out here. Start slowing it down. Third. There's some cars coming. I just kind of let them go before I start stepping on it. Come on, come on, just roll. Trying to roll into this one right here. See like some car in the distance trying to pull out or something. Okay, got a good amount of road here. Okay, so we're in second gear. We'll do like from 30. And VTEC. I guess there's some guys up there. Yeah. Damn, that felt good. I don't know. It might just be a placebo, but that really did feel a lot better, a lot smoother. I don't know if it was the fact that the old oil was so old. Who knows when they last changed it. The last owner, I don't really think that he was really into like racing his cars or anything as far as performance goes. He mainly just kept it for the fact that it was a Type S, which is cool, you know. Definitely a collector way of looking at it, but other than that, I feel like this car does need a lot of love from now on, especially with it being higher mileage. Definitely got to keep an eye out for all that kind of stuff, but it definitely still pulls hard. I'm gonna try to see if I can do a U-turn here, just because these other roads, not my favorite to go on. Yeah, they're doing some construction out here. Pigeon, move out of the way, pigeon. There was a pigeon that did not move. I was 1 second away from just... Well, at least it didn't happen. Okay. So now we're in third. We'll do a third at 40. And go. VTEC. Again, I don't know if it's the fact that, you know, just fresh oil in there kind of gives me that feeling that everything's in the motor wise is a lot better now, but that hit hard and I didn't feel like it was, you know, VTEC hit when it was supposed to. and it just went. It definitely went. Nice. So I really feel like this car definitely needed an oil change bad. I mean, just looking at the old stuff, it was dark, and it looked like it was in there for a minute. Cool. So that was like the couple pulls there, and we did second, third. So to end the video, I think I'm just gonna end it off with, is Royal Purple worth buying? And in my personal opinion, it's only been one day, but driving it around, you know, stepping on the car, doing a pull in it, it seems to be doing good. No issues, haven't had issues with the car, feeling any weird as far as driving it. It did need an oil change bad, so once I did take care of that, I feel like maybe that also might be a part to consider with it feeling as good as it does right now. But if you guys have used it, let me know down below. Is it worth it? Have you guys had any issues with it? Is it worth picking up? I hope you guys liked today's video. Finally got to work under the hood of this car, even if it was just an oil change. But as always, like the video, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace, and until the next one.